I just wanted to come up to tell you all that I have NMO as well, and
Okay.
I know what it's like to be in your situation because I literally this on my life. I've been blind a couple times throughout my life. You know, people hear me and they're just like, "What?" No, what it happened a couple times. But this last relapse that I just had, it was after I gave birth to my baby. I gave birth to
Okay.
my son, and then exactly 2 weeks later, I ended up back in the hospital because I was paralyzed on just the left side of my body,
Oh
only
my
the left side.
goodness.
I
Uh-huh.
had my face was altered, like everything. It's on my page is pinned. My face
Uh-huh.
was altered. I ended up not being able to see. I was completely blind.
Oh.
I was not able to speak. I wasn't able to eat, and I wasn't able to swallow. So
Wow.
basically, they had to feed me through the feeding tube and all this other stuff. But I was in the hospital for 6 months, and I'm out now, and I don't know. I just wanted to come up because I really know what it's like to be,
Oh my
even if it's just a
goodness.
partial, even if it's just a partial bit of being blind and not being able to see. Like I know what it's like. Like I've literally been in
Yeah.
this place, and it's. I mean, y'all are doing so well. I just feel like I want to come up because y'all are both like so happy and period. Like, this was hard for me. Like when I
I
literally,
understand.
because at the time I was 21 when I first got blind. I was 20, became blind. I was 21, and literally the doctor told me, okay, we're just gonna label you as legally blind. So at that
Uh-huh.
point, they put it down. I was going through it. I was in college. I couldn't
Yeah.
do my schoolwork. I was really crying every day.
Talked
And
about
That's
that.
you, Esther. Esther just told her story last week, last time we
right.
were on. Yeah.
And then I come up here and I see y'all like smiling and laughing and giggling. I'm like, what? They're so happy. Like I just love that. I'm so happy.
Well,
And
I
it's,
tell you one thing, every day is not a good day.
yeah.
We'll say that, and if you look to things that are positive or things that motivate you, it helps to get you through.
Yep.
But we said this last time too, is we take those days, when it gets to be that rough, you just take it
Yeah.
and then know that okay, now it's time to get back up.
Yep.
You know, be a
Mm-hmm.
motivator for somebody else. Like I keep telling this story only based on what the doctors told me. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was 39
Mm-hmm.
and they said it would attack your eyes, and I do say and or your spine. So
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like you've had it happen both at the
Yep.
same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's one of my biggest fears is to deal with the paralysis,
Oh,
because I say, even though I'm saying those two things, like you just said, it affected other parts of your body as
right.
well.
Right.
So that's it could turn into a multitude of things, like the
Yeah.
NMO truth speaker. Have you've been on
Oh
her
yeah.
page? Or,
I love her. I
yeah,
love Cheetah.
she is the truth. She definitely knows NMO in and out, and I'm like, I don't. I just know how it has affected me,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and it is always best to learn about these conditions so that as what it was told to me, it is not set in stone as to what direction this illness is going to take me. So
Mm-hmm.
I do all these things to be proactive, and I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. No one knows what the future holds. But with this illness, no one can say to me, like the doctors, like, yeah, this is what's going to happen.
All right.
So rather than me sit there and wonder, I just keep living my life. Is your son your first child?
First and only child. I literally,
Okay.
Okay.
and that's why I'm kind of partially afraid. Like, I'm not afraid, but I am a little bit afraid to have a kid again because we don't know what this is going to be like. Like, I've heard people, they are in pain every day. Like, I don't
I
know
I
that.
hear it. I hear it.
No.
I
And it's true. And I didn't know that was a real thing. I didn't know people could experience pain with this condition. Like, I didn't know that.
yeah. Yeah.
There's
And
people
at
who,
21, that's when you were diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 2019.
Well,
Mm.
how old were you?
19.
You wait a minute, you were 19 in 2019?
Yes, I was born in 2000.
Okay, my son was 99, but yeah, okay. I'm like, I'm just trying to make it clear, like what? But
I
just the
know.
fact that you were that young, because from the research I did, seems to be older ages, but anything's possible. Everybody's body is different, so
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't hold the things that we learn with to a grain of salt, because everybody's body is different.
Right.
Same thing like with me with the surgery that I had. I was 26, but I was diagnosed when I was 21.
Did y'all have like a like what happened that caused it? Do you have NMOs as well? Did y'all have a relapse?
No, for me it was through malpractice. So I was diagnosed with keratoconus, which is supposed to be treatable with a cornea transplant. But my last surgery, which was in 2015, the doctor botched the eye.
Oh my lord!
And I woke up during that surgery 3 times. Now I was in college at the time.
Lord!
What, 3 times?
Yeah.
In the surgery?
In the surgery. I had doctors literally holding me to continue to cut into my eye.
Numb me up, people. Numb me up.
That's crazy.
But see, here's the crazy part. The anesthesiologist kept pumping anesthesia in me. So that they could, this is what the doctor said. I was pumping as much as humanly possible. So they just kept pumping. You know, so I literally could have died on the table because they kept pumping anesthesia in me, just to knock me out so they could continue to cut.
Right.
Yeah. Look, if you listen to people long enough, you'll hear stories that just make you either be grateful or, one way or the other. But it is definitely, everyone has a story.
Yes.
And I always want to hear them. I think when you, say your name for me.
It's just a piece of Jada. My first name is Jada.
You said just a piece of
Jada.
Okay.
Just a piece of Jada. Okay.
I think when you go live, you're usually during the day, or is it I know I was out of town one time.
Yeah. You were. That's what it was. You were out of town. I'm telling you, you were traveling or something. And
I'm always traveling now.
Yeah, you were traveling. I remember you were just like, I'm just getting out of, like, I'm just getting back into my house. I was like, okay, well, you know what? We'll just pick this up later. That's what it was. Jaleesa, thank you. I appreciate you. But, yes, I go live really every day, mainly in the afternoons. But, like, now I'll probably go live again tonight at, like, 11 or 10:30.
So what are you doing? I can't just sit there and not do anything, though. I'd be like, oh my God.
So, no, I understand. So basically what the lives are, they really used to, it's starting to change. Before my lives where I had like a whole I have a mentor, and they have me in a different, basically, organization community, and they're telling me I have to promote it that way. But I'm not doing that anymore. So now I'm just basically like getting my story out there day by day. But I try not to tell people too, because once you get on live and you talk about it so much, people get bored and they leave. So I have to spice it up throughout the week. Like I might do it on a Wednesday, and then on Thursday I might do Talk with My Toddler Thursdays. And then and then like, on the weekend we might do a game night. But then there might be like, me come on there and I might just be talking to you about support, engagement, anything. Yeah. That's why it's called Just a Piece of Jada, because it's just whatever I want it to be, whatever makes me happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you seem like you're finding ways to push through this illness. I'm glad to have met you. That is definitely you, the NMO Truth Speaker, are now the 2 other people that I've met with NMO. I'm on a group on the Book of Faces, but I only really go on there just to ask them questions when I have certain things going on that seem weird. Because they do, a lot of people with our condition have a lot of other things going on, and they are in pain a lot. Are you taking any medication?
No, I'm just getting an infusion that I get every 8 weeks, and it's just called Solaris. I used to get Ultomiris, but now I get Solaris.
I have a friend that does. She gets that.
Yeah.
So I was getting Rituximab, but they did tell me that there is something else out there, but it is within that. I think it's 2 doses every 6 months.
Yeah, so that's what this one started off for me too. I was like, maybe that is the same. I don't know. This one started off for me the same way. That's what it was. I had to do it for the 2 months or whatever it was, and then I go to the 8 weeks. So I don't know. Maybe
interesting. I haven't done it in a while. I probably should, but I have my own reservations about this stuff. But I know I don't do things I should do, but
Well,
I
I
think,
understand you. I understand. I
yeah,
haven't
it's
made
just
my appointment. I'm still over here. We're supposed to be making an appointment by May 22nd. Well, May 22nd is gone, so
that's gone.
we gotta get it together. But you guys, I'm so happy. I really want to come up again tomorrow and again and again and again. You guys are awesome, and I like
we
everything.
we didn't come on. I said Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. You know, honestly, the weather is getting better. I it's hard for me to sit in front of this screen as long as I have, just because I'm always multitasking. So that's why I've been incorporating different things. And it's still new for me. I don't know what's going on at the bottom. I can't see the screens unless I lean in or
Hmm.
try to turn on voiceover and try to hear that way. But it's a learning process, and
I
I'm
try my best.
yeah. She be trying to moderate, but we just be like, what? I always try to say, forgive me, I can't see the screen if I catch it, later. But I'll gladly come on to your live. I just work during the day, and when I get in, like I'm talking about, this sleep situation been catching me. So,
As soon as she started talking about sleep, I start yawning. And
Yeah,
that's
'cause I'm
something.
sleepy
it's
too.
okay. That's how it rolls. But for sure, for sure. And your son is 6 months now.
He is 2 now. That was I
Okay.
had him in
Oh,
2022.
Uh huh.
2
What
now.
state are you in?
I'm in Florida. I'm from Miami, but I'm in Florida, like in different up north in Florida.
okay.
Where are
I
you
have been there quite a few couple times late. I
I
just came
feel
back
like
from a
after
cruise,
having
so
you, I feel like you have been everywhere at this point. Because I just feel like every time I see you, you're always going somewhere. I don't know how you're able to get on live because you might be somewhere right now. I don't know.
if you see the red walls behind me, I'm always at home.
Okay, okay,
This is
okay.
my favorite spot to be in, so I change it up. But yeah, I don't know. That's a part of it, being active. I guess I'm trying to see what little bit I can see until maybe one day it's gone, and then I'll still be comfortable with traveling. I don't want to be afraid. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
I know too many totally blind people that are living their best life, and it's like,
right,
oh yeah,
right.
there's no way. I got to keep moving. So,
Okay.
Yeah, people
yeah,
be yelling at me talking about why you traveling at night. Well, I lived in a blindfold. If I was totally blind, I'd be traveling at night all the time. What's the difference?
exactly. It is. We can't let other people's fears be pushed upon us either.
No.
So it
No,
is. It is what
some
it
people say,
is.
oh, because it's dark at night and, people can do stuff. People do stuff during the day. Okay?
Right.
They do.
They
They
do it in
do.
broad daylight and don't give a darn.
That was nice. Just a piece of Jada. It's nice when you just get people come on and just tell their story.
And
It's
she said while she was in school, and people always be like, oh, she making a fib about her losing her sight and in her 20s, going to school. No,
yeah,
it's a real thing.
it is. It is.
And like you said,
Anytime it happens, at any point
at any
in
point
your
in your
life,
life. And it's
it is a
important, like you
loss.
said, to tell your story because when you tell your story, you never know if somebody's in the same situation or same position as you
Exactly.
and how you're going to help them out of their situation.
Exactly.
And that's why we do the things we do about active blind community. We try to reach people because we care, because we think about the next person so they don't have to go through as much. You still probably gonna go through some things, but as long as you can go through it smoothly, that's my ultimate goal, is to not have somebody go through what I went through as much as I went through.
This is true.